So, ich sollte jetzt live sein. Hallo, herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Runde Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Wir hatten letztes Mal tatsächlich eines der anderen Charakterenden. Wir sind endlich mal an irgendeiner Stelle nicht aufgehalten worden vom Spiel. Wir hatten das Clover-Ende, haben einiges erfahren und, naja, haben durchaus auch eine Information, wie wir jetzt an einer anderen Stelle weiterkommen. Was äußerst praktisch ist. Das heißt, wir haben jetzt eine Methode, Fi und Kate zu retten. Oder zumindest einen von beiden. Die Frage ist nur, machen wir das oder machen wir das nicht? Und deshalb schaue ich erstmal, ob noch Leute dazukommen, ob jetzt irgendjemand sich im Chat blicken lässt. Nicht wundern, währenddessen knuspere ich hier noch kurz den Rest von etwas weg. Ich habe gedacht, ich schaffe es noch vor dem Stream, aber ein einziges Stück ist noch hier. Moment. Hm. Ich will das hier jetzt einfach nicht drum liegen lassen. Hm. Aber sieht so aus, als würde jetzt... Na, erstmal ist noch niemand da. Aber gut, das Knusperding ist jetzt auch weg. Und jo, ich denke, dadurch, dass wir jetzt exakt 2 Stellen haben, wo wir weiterkommen können, nämlich entweder hier die rote Tür nehmen oder hier entsprechend schauen, wie man Fi und Kay retten kann. Es ist eine 50% Chance, würde ich sagen. Ich nehme einfach einen Würfel. Bei 1 bis 3 nehmen wir den Weg. Bei 4 bis 6 nehmen wir den Weg. Es ist eine 1. Wir schauen also, dass wir unser Wissen nutzen und an dieser Stelle Fi und Kay retten. Kurze Info. Was ist hier passiert? Mit wem sind wir wo lang gegangen? Es begann mit Luna zusammen durch die Magenta-Tür. Ich muss kurz einen Schluck trinken. So. Also mit Luna zusammen sind wir durch die Magenta-Tür gegangen. Anschließend haben wir Luna verraten. Nee, haben wir nicht verraten. Wir haben uns mit Luna verbündet. Sorry. Sind dann durch die blaue Tür gegangen in den Rec Room zusammen mit Alice und Kay. Jetzt ist es so, dass Alice, glaube ich, auch in dieser Zeitlinie tot ist. Quark ist natürlich auch ein bisschen durchgedreht. Am Anfang haben wir noch die tote alte Frau gefunden. Die üblichen Sachen. Und jetzt gibt es ein klitzekleines Problem, weil auch andere nicht so ganz sagen wir, es ist schwierig, durch die Türen zu kommen. Ich würde sagen, kurz zur Auffrischung nehmen wir die Szene nochmal mit, so ein bisschen, bis wir so wieder ein bisschen drin sind. Shit. They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or
Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of it from Dio. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Fi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark and I are the only people still alive in here. Ah ja, genau. Dann haben wir jetzt hier die richtige Sache, die übrig ist.
hey, lay off.
So, Zoom wird sprechend.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
Ach ja, stimmt, es ist ein... Ja, stimmt, Dio ist umgebracht worden, stimmt. Und das Blöde ist, das Armband ist kaputt.
That means Kay and I will...
Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? But what kind of a monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ah! God damn it. This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... Jetzt kommen die Informationen hoch, die wir teilweise schon gefunden haben. Insbesondere aus dem Clover-Ende.
The first is an anesthetic called sulfonyl beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurarine.
Ich glaube, ich muss mal kurz eine Sache nachgucken, nämlich ob es diese Mittel tatsächlich gibt. Also zumindest Tubocurarin könnte ich mir vorstellen, dass es ein Gift gibt, das so wirkt.
I knew it.
Ja, Tubocurarin gibt es tatsächlich. Nervengift, Pfeilgift, zusammenfassend als Curare. Ah, Alkaloide, Tatsache. Besetzt kompetitiv die nikotinischen Acetylcholinrezeptoren der postsynaptischen Membran, Blockierung, Ionenkanäle, keine Depolarisation. Ah, okay. Ah, ich verstehe. Okay. Das Grundprinzip ist folgendes. Im Grunde blockiert Tubocurarin bestimmte Rezeptoren, die dafür da sind, Muskeln zu bewegen. Jetzt muss ich sagen, dadurch, dass das andere ein Cholinesterase-Inhibitor ist, sorgt es einfach dafür, dass es diese Rezeptoren länger im synaptischen Spalt... Nicht die Rezeptoren, die... wie heißt's? Ah, ich habe Bio studiert, ich muss das doch wissen. Der Begriff. Transmitter, genau, die Neurotransmitter einfach länger im synaptischen Spalt bleiben und nicht abgebaut werden. Das heißt einfach, dass also generell, das hätte durchaus auch eine nicht unbedingt so tolle Wirkung, aber es würde tatsächlich die Wirkung zumindest hemmen. Aber gut, weiter.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running toward the exit. Oh.
Sigma!
3D-Kamerafahrt.
Where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment room. Okay, also zumindest eine Person kann damit gerettet werden. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it! Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses this whole bottle at once. Shit. I can't save both of them.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
1 minute? Shit. I spun around and shot out of the treatment center.
Three, 2, 1. Chromatic doors closing.
No. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soporil. Da muss ich mal kurz gucken, gibt es das tatsächlich, dieses Mittel? Soporil? Nee, das scheint tatsächlich ein fiktives Mittel zu sein. Aber gut. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurarine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kay and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my right hand I could feel the injection gun. Ich bin beim Retreat, weil der Injector Gun und nicht Injection Gun steht wie sonst immer. With its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or Kay? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself toward Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma. What the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. Da muss ich jetzt mal kurz schauen, ob es dieses Mittel gibt. Aber wenn es... Also wenn es Tubocurarine gibt, dann müsste es ja auch... Neostigmin, genau, das gibt es. Hemmt das Enzym Acetylcholinesterase. Ja, genau das. Und diese Acetylcholinesterase, die ist normalerweise, wenn ich mich recht erinnere, für den Abbau von Neurotransmittern verantwortlich. Denn das spaltet die und diese Bausteine können dann wieder von den Zellen aufgenommen werden. Wenn das nicht gespalten wird, dann bleibt das halt einfach im synaptischen Spalt und in dem Fall wird halt die Wirkung von dem Tubocurarin dann entsprechend gehemmt. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. It'd never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
I guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
streng genommen hättest du den beiden auch einfach sagen können, was sie zu tun haben. Dann hätte zumindest Fei so gerettet werden können und du wärst alleine durch die Tür gegangen, Sigma. Aber gut. Trottel. Aber es ist natürlich trotzdem dramatisch. Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you. No goddamn way. I'm not gonna.
Her words slurred and slowed and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Fai's gonna be alright. But Kay... I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there...
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait. Then he... But when could he have... It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No. It was empty when I found it.
But what if he'd lied? Could Kay have taken the key? How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had. Holy shit. Then that would mean Dio's Killer ist... Ja, genau, denn wir haben ja Dio gefunden und Kays Alibi war, er hat schlafend auf der Couch gelegen und sich ein bisschen erholt. Wenn er aber die Rüstung abnehmen konnte, könnte auch einfach nur die Rüstung da gelegen haben. Coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward Kay. Kay, wake up. Come on, talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. Muss man jetzt den kompletten Weg erstmal zeigen, super. I bumped into Phi and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you. Or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Phi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you expected. Kay, wake up. Something's happened. You pretended to wake up very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes. Your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me. I couldn't...
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What? Ja gut, in der Zeitlinie haben wir das nicht herausgefunden bisher.
She was like a mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying...
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Ah, ja, das ist die Erzählung als... Also, er hat sich an ein paar Sachen wieder erinnert. Hatte Berichte von seinem sehr distanzierten Vater und dass dann diese Frau dazu kam und das Ganze so ein bisschen in Ordnung gebracht hat und menschlicher gemacht hat. Und ja... Daran... Ja, das war wohl diese alte Frau. Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma. Unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. You cannot forget.
Forget? He wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. MILKEVOLI. This will open the second gate.
Und das ist das Passwort, das wir hier brauchen. Jetzt fehlt noch die ID. What the hell? Hey, Kay. Who told you to tell me this? No. Who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. I grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, tuberculine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. Und ich glaube, jetzt sind vielleicht auch Leute erstmal ein bisschen verwirrt. Ja, jetzt kommen wir wieder hier hin, Abspann, klar, man kann das aber wegdrücken. Okay, Ende. Das speichern wir natürlich. So. Das heißt, wir haben jetzt hier das Passwort bekommen. Und augenscheinlich hat Kay das gleiche Gesicht wie Sigma. Die Frage ist, warum? Wie kann das sein? Und Kay hat vor allem auch gesagt, diese Frau kam hierhin. Kay war also schon länger hier. Mehr wissen wir über Kay aber auch noch nicht. Wir wissen, er hat also dasselbe Gesicht wie Sigma. Hatte ja so eine Art distanzierten Vater. Diese alte Frau ist da hingekommen. Die wurde später von Dio umgebracht, damit er ins Spiel kommen kann. Aber insgesamt ist es doch noch eine etwas ungewöhnliche Situation, möchte man meinen. Aber gut, wir haben momentan nur einen Punkt, an dem wir weiterkommen. Das heißt, hier erübrigt sich das Würfeln. Die Frage ist nur, wie kann es sein, dass Sigma und er das gleiche Gesicht haben? Und wem hat er dieses Versprechen gegeben, ist die Frage. Aber gut. Hier also durch die rote Tür. So. Go through the red door with Dio. Das ist, glaube ich, das einzige Mal, dass man mit Dio durch eine Tür gehen kann. I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us. Kurze Erklärung, wir sind vorher mit Tenmyoji zusammen durch die gelbe Tür gegangen, wurden dann von ihm verraten und müssen jetzt mit Dio da durch.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
Are you okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kay, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay. I'll take good care of him, I promise.
What about Find Kay?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. Looks like we're all set. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys, hurry. The door's already closing.
Coming!
I know!
With seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Wie gesagt, ich glaube, das ist der einzige Raum jetzt, in den man gemeinsam mit Dio geht. What is this? There's 3 different doors.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great.
No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh? Huh?
Augenscheinlich nicht. Augenscheinlich nicht, Clover.
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
Ach ja, Dio ist echt nicht der sympathischste, aber das ist schön mit dem. I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets.
Das war kein gutes Wortspiel.
Oh man, I'm good.
Nein.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine. I'll do it. Ready? Here we go!
Huh. The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. Laboratory, jetzt wird's interessant. What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that Axelavir.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know until we look. So let's get started. So. Escape Room. Wird interessant. Was haben wir denn hier? There's something on this tray. Empty capsule? It looks like a ball. There isn't anything in it. Do you think we're supposed to stick this metal part into something? Oh, noch eine. One hemisphere of this capsule is transparent. It's empty. Okay, Samen. A cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and don't have any markings. Ach, hier liegen noch Ordner. A binder. There's some paper inside. Let me see that. Says steps for dissecting a frog. A binder? Looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here. Yeah. Let's see here. Hydroponics Research 1 and 2. Okay, dann schauen wir uns das mal an. Erstmal Hydroponics Research. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids. Dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Warum bitte eine Verdünnung von 1:11 statt 1:10? Egal. Prepare the 5 types of plant seeds, 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. Research has shown there is a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. The relationships can be characterized in the following manner. The long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids, round seeds in fluid B, and fluid B yellow and fluid D cyan fail to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid green, SE green. Non-marked seeds fail to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D cyan and fluid E blue, only one of them failed to germinate. Okay, das ist so eine Art Einstein-Rätsel. Steps to dissecting a frog. Remove the specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in the fume cupboard. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using provided scalpel. Be sure to conduct your dissection inside the fume cupboard. Okay, was ist das hier? What's this thing? Who knows? Okay, irgendeine Maschine. Was ist das denn? Ich wollte mir doch... Na gut, was haben wir hier? Saline Solution, also eine Salzlösung. This is saline solution. What the hell, Clover? What if that had been poison or something? You worry too much. I just pretended to drink it. And how do you know it's saline solution? It says on the underside of the lid, silly. Okay. Da steht aber gar nichts. Frog, okay. Look, it's Lord Hoppington. Don't give it a name. Oh, it looks like he's dead. Yeah, he's probably been preserved. I think the liquid inside is ethanol. How do you know? The smell. Really? Yeah, it smells like disinfectant, right? And besides, scientists preserve stuff in ethanol all the time. Ja, vor allem desinfiziert man damit viel. These look like something you might put specimens in. Maybe, but there's nothing in them right now. Was haben wir denn hier? Empty containers. Hier haben wir seed. A cylinder full of seeds. They're round and striped. Wurzeln, okay. What the hell is this? A dead spider? Maybe it's a fake beard. Have you ever seen a person with a beard like this? Yeah, my grandpa had one. It looks like a root. It's probably some kind of a preserved specimen. Okay. Empty containers, was haben wir noch hier? Some beakers. Looks like they're empty. We probably won't need them then. Well, I think that's everything. There doesn't seem to be anything else in here that we can use. Ja gut. Was haben wir denn hier? Ah. Jetzt haben wir hier also längliche gestreifte. A cylinder full of seeds. They're thin and have stripes. What's this thing? That thing on the top looks like some sort of industrial strength lid. If you open it up, it looks like a blender or something. I don't think you'd use it for cooking, though. Maybe it's for scientific experimentation. We are in a lab. Yeah, you could probably pulverize just about anything with something this heavy duty. A binder. There's some paper inside it. It says DNA extraction instructions. Ah, das habe ich sogar im Labor häufiger mal gemacht, DNA extrahieren. Aber schauen wir mal. Okay, place plant material in designated blender and activate blender. Once the material had been thoroughly broken down, add in a solution of saline water. The liquid will be filtered and dripped down into a beaker. Once it's done, so put the ethanol into the beaker. DNA will... So funktioniert das nicht. So einfach geht das nicht. Erstmal, man müsste das Zeug erst sowieso in einem Puffer zermahlen. Und dann auch nicht zu heftig, weil man will die DNA ja auch nicht zerstören. Normalerweise würde man da unter anderem mit 2 Phasen arbeiten und ja gut, man macht das zumindest, na, wobei man macht es auch häufig über Glasperlen und sowas, aber man macht das in einer entsprechenden Pufferlösung aus eben zum Beispiel sowas wie, also was ich typischerweise benutzt habe, zumindest bei der Extraktion aus einzelnen Pilzen, war die Phenol-Chloroform-Methode. Das heißt, man hat eine Phase Phenol und eine Phase Chloroform. An keiner Stelle hat man Salzlösung benutzt. Ethanol hingegen wurde später zum Waschen der DNA benutzt. Aber gut. So, man muss also DNA extrahieren ab einem gewissen Punkt. Was ist das denn für eine Maschine? Oh, erstmal Samen. A cylinder full of seeds. They're round. One half is colored and the other isn't. It's black. There's nothing on here. So, okay. Was ist das für eine Maschine? Is this a microscope? I tried looking into the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there. Well, there are these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them? So sieht's wohl aus. Aber gut, was haben wir denn hier? Man, look at these pipes. I think they're down to the no, but they run down to the beakers underneath. There are handles where the pipes meet. If you turn the handle right, the liquid goes right. And if you turn it left, the liquid goes left. So maybe if you put it in the middle, half goes to the left and half goes to the right? What if this what is this liquid then? Probably water. What do the numbers mean? Are they supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe? There aren't any units, but it looks like 80 somethings of water come out of the center pipe, and then each pipe after the split gets 40. So we're supposed to regulate the flow of water with the handles so that each beaker gets the correct amount. Yeah. How do we get the water to come out in the first place, though? I think you probably just pull that lever over there on the right. Like this. After turning the correct levers, pull down on the lever on the right and pour water into the beakers. Okay, let's give it a shot. Schauen wir mal kurz. Wir haben also insgesamt 160 Einheiten Wasser, die runterkommen. Wenn wir jetzt hier 10, 3, 6, 8, ja 16. Okay, das heißt, jede Zahl sind 10 Einheiten. Gut. Die 3 kann nur Sachen aus der 40 bekommen. Das heißt, wir müssen quasi hier einmal das halbieren. Dann gehen 20 hier runter und dann brauchen wir nochmal 10. Dann haben wir das. Die beiden sind auf jeden Fall schon mal richtig. Dann kommt jetzt hier aber nur eines an. Das heißt, wir müssen hier auf jeden Fall halbieren, damit wir auch da 4 bekommen, noch drunter. Das heißt, 4 gehen jetzt hier hin. Die müssen wir wieder aufteilen, damit hier 2 hinkommen. Das heißt, 2 gehen hier hin. Sag mir nicht, ich muss einfach nur alle so hinstellen. Es müssen einfach nur alle mittig sein. We've poured the water into the beakers and all the lights are green. You did it! Okay. Hey, hold on. Do you really think we've got enough seeds for that? I think that hydroponics research thing said something about needing 5 types of seeds. Ach, ich dachte, man kann die einfach mitnehmen. What the hell are you doing? This isn't rocket science. Just follow the second step from the hydroponics research binder. Okay, ich muss also erstmal alle Samen finden. Aber was ist das hier? There's a rectangular hole in the wall. Ah, okay, das ist wahrscheinlich der Abzug. Ach nee, das ist der Abzug, definitiv. Kann ich den Frosch hier schon irgendwie hinlegen? Wait, hold on a second, Sigma. Are you planning to take the frog out from there? Yeah, so? You should probably pour that liquid into the drain first. Might get dangerous if you don't. Alkohol. Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain. What is wrong with you? Oh, I see you've got the frog there. Planning to take it out, I assume. You should probably pour the ethanol down the drain first. Ja, was mache ich denn hier? Okay. I just pour the froggy ethanol into the drain. Ich sag mal, Ethanol ist nur gefährlich, wenn eine Flamme in die Nähe kommt. And start the frog over here. Ach ja, und es trocknet die Haut verdammt schnell aus. Und fühlt sich dann entsprechend kalt an. So, bevor wir da was machen können, brauchen wir noch mehr. Also nämlich ein Skalpell. A seed. A cylinder full of seeds. They're round and don't have any markings. Sehr gut. This tank collects liquid waste. The ethanol I poured down the drain should be in here. It's a little big, but I have a feeling we should take it. Okay. A tank that collects liquid waste. Right now it's full of the ethanol that the frog was in. Okay, hier gibt's ein Skalpell. It's a scalpel. What? Sorry, it's a scalpel. Pretty fancy tray. Is that a cat playing with a ball of yarn? Are you even looking cat at... Oh nein, er fängt wieder an mit den Wortspielen. It's a lion. How are you not kidding that? What? Sorry. It's a sort of tick I picked up when I was a kid. Whenever I talk about cats, I kind of... Well, you heard. That's pretty weird. Und ich dachte immer, ich wäre der seltsame, verschrobene Typ. So, hier geht's nicht weiter. Das heißt, schauen wir uns nochmal weiter hier um. Ach nee, Moment, hier liegt... Ach nee, das war nur... Das war nur ein... Wie heißt's? Das Wort für Tray. Im Deutschen. Ein Tablett. So. Gut, aber wir haben jetzt ein Skalpell. Wir können also den Frosch aufschneiden. Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But poor Lord Hoppington. What are you freaking out about? It's dead. That's not the point. It's still sad. Yeah, it is kinda sad. Oh, for the love of... This frog is dead. It is an ex-frog. Oh, das wiederum ist eine Anspielung auf einen Sketch von Monty Python. Das gefällt mir. Da geht es dann eigentlich um einen Papagei. Fine. I'll do it. Hey, well, I guess that saves me the trouble. Huh? Something came out of his stomach. A blue capsule? Small capsule, half of it is blue. There's some sort of metal protrusion. Lord Hoppington, why? You left us too soon. Oh nein, Clover, krieg dich wieder ein. Shut up. So, wir haben den Frosch seziert und diese Kapsel passt doch sicherlich ganz gut hier hin, oder? Bringt das schon was? Microscope apparently. It has circular holes in the top that fit the capsules we found. Aber gut. Jetzt haben wir, wie viele von den Samen haben wir jetzt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wir haben alle. Dann sollte ich jetzt noch mal kurz gucken. So. Ich mache mir da am besten einfach mal kurz eine Liste und kreuze dann entsprechend an, was geht und was nicht. Das heißt, wir haben... Dann sollte ich mal kurz die Arten von Samen durchgucken, dass wir das nochmal haben. Wir haben quasi rund. Also ich mache jetzt mal hier kurz auf einem Schmiedzettel eine Liste. A, B, C, D, E. So. Und dann haben wir einmal einfach nur rund. Dann haben wir rund und halb gefärbt. Okay. Dann haben wir oval, also beziehungsweise länglich und gestreift. Dann haben wir rund und gestreift. Und einfach nur länglich. So. Dann schauen wir jetzt mal, was ich da wie ankreuzen kann. Oh. Ich habe da einen klitzekleinen Fehler drin. Moment, mir fällt gerade was auf. Idiot, habe das nämlich leider zu weit. Muss ich das jetzt hier kurz mal halten. So, passt auch. So. Zack. So, ich hatte da einfach eine kleine Sache blöd aufgeschrieben. So, Hydroponics jetzt hier. The long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Das alleine sagt uns noch nichts. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C. Das heißt, alle, die entweder gestreift oder halbiert sind, kann ich schon mal bei C rausstreichen. None of the non-marked seeds fail to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. Okay. Das heißt, da kann ich dann auch schon mal ein paar Markierungen machen. When the striped seeds were put in fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. Die gestreiften. Das heißt, davon haben wir 2. Okay, das alleine sagt noch nicht so viel, aber gehen wir jetzt mal weiter durch. Die langen Samen, davon haben wir 2 verschiedene, müssen es in 3 nicht geschafft haben. Wir wissen... Ah, okay, das heißt, das müssten auch die gleichen sein. Das heißt, die eine schafft A und B nicht, die andere schafft C nicht. Das heißt, das müsste insgesamt sich dann auch so ausgleichen. Das heißt, das eine, was wir in C packen, sind die Runden. Also die komplett runden, unmarkierten. Jetzt ergibt das natürlich noch ein paar mehr Sachen. Das heißt jetzt... When the striped seeds and fluid... Ah, ich hab's. Weil die gestreifte, längliche ohnehin nur in... Also, wie soll man sagen, nur in D oder E funktionieren kann, ist es so, dass die andere, also die längliche gestreifte, kann nur in D oder E funktionieren. Das heißt, die muss auf jeden Fall keimen. Die runde gestreifte kann allerdings nicht gekeimt haben. Das heißt, das müssen wir auch entsprechend markieren. So. Das heißt, wir können jetzt ein bisschen hier markieren, dass wir ein paar Sachen ausschließen können. Das heißt, wenn ich das jetzt richtig gedacht habe... So. The long seeds fail to germinate in 3 fluids. Das hatten wir. Seeds in fluid. Kann auch sein, dass es da mehrere Lösungen gibt. Ach nee, Runde grundsätzlich in B und D. Okay, das heißt, auch das hier kann ich markieren, dann... Nee, dann habe ich einen Fehler. Scheiße. Moment, ich gehe es jetzt ein bisschen durch und hoffe, dass es funktioniert. So. Das heißt, wenn ich es richtig sehe, müssen die Reihenrunden auf jeden Fall in A. The beakers contain a liquid culture. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. Press the A button to grab the seed, then place it on top of another seed to switch them. Press the check button after you have put the seed in the correct places. When each seed is in the correct culture, you will have completed the puzzle. Okay. Not sure what's going on, but here goes. Okay. Das heißt, das müsste hier... Moment. Ah, so. Das hat jetzt funktioniert. Das richtig verstanden habe, müsste das dann hier. Die Frage ist halt nur... Ich gehe nochmal kurz ins Archiv. Wir dürfen also nichts Rundes bei B oder D haben. Und nichts Markiertes über C. Könnte das schon passen? Nee. Oder? Das müsste falsch sein. Ich check trotzdem mal. Oh. Ach, das zeigt an, welche richtig sind. Dann hatte ich einen Denkfehler hier. Dann hatte ich einfach einen krassen Denkfehler. Okay, dann habe ich vielleicht auch irgendwie die Anweisungen falsch verstanden. Aber wir sehen, das eine ist auf jeden Fall richtig. Weil hier kriegen wir einen grünen Pfeil. Jetzt nehmen wir mal... Ich tausche jetzt einfach erstmal so und schaue... Also ich mache es jetzt einfach Trial and Error, komm. Okay, die beiden müssen noch getauscht werden. Ich weiß, das war am Ende Trial and Error, weil ich da einfach irgendwie einen Denkfehler am Anfang drin hatte. Eigentlich bin ich gut in solchen Rätseln, aber vielleicht habe ich auch einfach was falsch verstanden. You did it, Sigma. You've sown your seeds. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Oh. A red capsule? Wir haben also eine rote Kapsel. There's a red capsule sitting in the hole. So. Das heißt, die können wir hier einsetzen. So. Und jetzt haben wir Zeug, wo wir die DNA von extrahieren können. Nehmen wir erstmal die Wurzel, würde ich sagen. Okay, time to throw this root in the mixer. Alright, done. What do we need to do next? Is there anything in the DNA extraction instructions? Da müsste eigentlich sein, Moment. Ach ja, genau, die Salzlösung. Was totaler Schwachsinn ist, aber gut. Alright, I'll just put the saline solution in here. Weil könnte sein, dass das... Ja, wobei, nee, man nutzt eigentlich anderes Zeug, um die Proteine rauszukriegen. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Okay, looking good. So, was ist der nächste Schritt? DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker, use an empty capsule to collect it. Achso, das heißt, da können wir jetzt einfach eine Kapsel für nehmen. What are we supposed to do next? What does the manual say? Well, step number 3 says something like this. The liquid will filter into the beaker. Add ethanol to the liquid. Okay, I guess you should put in the ethanol then. Ach ja, das hatte ich übersehen eben. Das war dumm von mir. So, alright, next I need to put the ethanol into the beaker. Ich möchte kurz anmerken, dieses Ethanol ist komplett schmutzig, weil da ein Frosch drin lag, verdammt. So extrahiert man keine DNA. Das wäre so unsauber, verdammt. Then... I guess this should do it. Man benutzt Ethanol, um die DNA zu waschen, nicht damit die sich unten sammelt. Ach, egal. Alright, I'm gonna dip the protrusion on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all. Green Capsule. Und jetzt zeige ich mal kurz eine Kleinigkeit, denn man kann auch einfach welche von den Samen nehmen. Are you going to use those seeds in the mixer? Yeah, you think I shouldn't? No, I just mean, don't you think you should put all of them in? You mean all 5 different types of seeds? Yeah. Interesting. Why not? Alright, done. So, das heißt, wir brauchen jetzt das Wasser. Right, I'll just put the saline solution in here. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Okay, looking good. Ich möchte kurz anmerken, DNA ist nicht farbig. Alright, next I need to put the ethanol into the beaker. Then... I guess this should do it. Ich kann nachher mal kurz erklären, wie man das mit DNA-Extraktion zumindest, wenn man es im Labor macht und mit nicht den gesündesten Substanzen tatsächlich machen kann. Es gibt auch ein paar andere Methoden, aber im Labor, wenn man die wirklich sauber haben will, macht man es dann so und dann erkläre ich gleich, wie das geht. So. Awesome, you got it all. So, jetzt haben wir auch eine gelbe Kapsel. So, was ich meine ist, normalerweise würde man sagen, okay, wir haben jetzt hier unser Zeug. Da ist natürlich die Frage, hallo an Marlon. So, wie gesagt, eigentlich würde man sich dann überlegen, wie kriegen wir jetzt die DNA natürlich aus unserem zermahlenen Material. Man würde erstmal einen Puffer nehmen. Und ja, man würde dann normalerweise das so machen, man mischt was von dem Zeug mit, also man pipettiert da normalerweise was rein, und zwar halt eine Mischung aus Phenol und Chloroform. Zumindest ist das eine Möglichkeit. Es gibt auch spezielle Extraktionskits, die ein bisschen andere Materialien verwenden. Und sowohl Phenol als auch Chloroform sind nicht die gesündesten Sachen. Aber darum geht es gerade gar nicht. Jedenfalls, man würde das Zeug verwenden und dann erstmal einfach tatsächlich in eine Zentrifuge stecken. Man würde das durchzentrifugieren. Dadurch bilden sich dann zwei Phasen. Erstmal werden durch das Phenol und Chloroform auch Proteine ausgefällt. Das heißt, störendes Zeug wie Histone und sowas sind da nicht mehr drin. Die bilden dann so eine schöne weiße Schicht in der Mitte zwischen den beiden Phasen. Die DNA hängt da normalerweise in der oberen wässrigen Phase. So. Ach ne, Quatsch, in der unteren Phase. Man muss durch und von unten pipettieren, glaube ich, oder? Moment. Das ist so lange her, verdammt. Auf jeden Fall muss man eine Phase wegpipettieren, in ein anderes Eppendorf-Gefäß überführen. Und dann wird halt angefangen zu waschen. Und mit Ethanol wäscht man halt dann das sonstige Zeug raus. Aber gut. Oh, Mutter arbeitet im Biolabor, macht glaube ich genau das. Ja, ich muss zugeben, also gerade weil man hier DNA extrahiert hat, das ist einfach Schwachsinn. So, oh. Look, the screen changed. What's going on? You put in the yellow capsule, right? I think it reacted to that. Why? Don't know. But I was just thinking. Thinking what? Well, that thing we just put in had plant DNA in it, right? Maybe that caused this. Anyway, let's go have a look. Ich möchte nochmal anmerken, DNA ist nicht gelb und auch nicht grün. This is the safe password. Perfect. This is just what we need. Yeah. Now we can get in the safe. So. Bei mir war es das erste Mal so, dass ich halt die Samen genommen habe und die Wurzel komplett vergessen habe. Und deshalb hatte ich dann die grüne Kapsel erst später. Hab ich gefragt, warum kriege ich denn nur das blaue Passwort und nicht das grüne? Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean, something? Just look. It's easier than explaining. What the heck is that? Is this? Probably a simplified version of a DNA sequence. A is adenine, G is guanine, C is cytosine, T is thymine. Ja. A, T, G und C, genau. I think we can manipulate it. Yeah. It looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases. Bases? Yeah. DNA is made out of 4 bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A and T or G and C. Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairings. You sure know a lot about this stuff. Das ist Oberstufenbiologie. Das ist gar nicht mal so besonders kompliziert. Hat was mit Wasserstoffbrücken zu tun. Das wäre der komplizierte Teil. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. Give it a shot. Now reposition each row so that each A is connected to T and each G is connected to C. Press the A button to grab a row, then move it with the left stick until the letters match up. Das heißt, ich kann jetzt hier zum Beispiel sagen, ich möchte es verschieben. Sehe ich, okay, hier. So zum Beispiel. Zack. Hier zum Beispiel brauchen wir dann ein... Oh, das ging ganz einfach. Hier haben wir dann... Nee, das passt nicht, aber so passt es. Ach, das verschiebt sich dann auch hier unten. Ah, ich verstehe. Okay, Moment. Und das verschiebt das. Das verschiebt das. Das hier kann man alleine verschieben, okay. Moment. So. Jetzt habe ich's. Jetzt Bio abgewählt. Okay. Ja, gut. Ich hab's studiert, verdammt. Von daher. Did it. Good job, Sigma. That was awesome. You want a treat? I'm not hungry. You're turkey. What in the hell? Das ist jetzt Hungry Turkey oder was? Egal. Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this. Huh? There's something on it. Huh? It's different now. The shapes are in different places. So. Dann raus aus dem Raum. This is a safe, right? Yeah. It's just like the one in the AB room. I saw one in the infirmary too. If we punch in the right password, it'll open up. At least it should. So, wenn ich mich recht erinnere, war eines das hier? Yep, das war das blaue. Yes, it opened. You did it. Jetzt wissen wir schon, was das weiße Zeug war. Nein, nur, dass das halt aus Sigmas Hand lief und dass zumindest Roboter, also Golems zum Beispiel, die halt künstliches biologisches Gewebe über ihrem Skelett haben, halt auch so weißes Zeug statt Blut da drin haben. Und deshalb war die Frage, die im Raum stand, ob Sigma ein Roboter ist. Was er nicht weiß. Was wir allerdings schon hatten, wir waren jetzt gerade beim K-Ende vorher. Und da ist was Interessantes passiert, denn wir haben ein paar sehr interessante Sachen rausgefunden. Erstmal muss man sagen, Kay hat offenbart, dass er wohl schon länger an diesem Ort war, Amnesie hatte und es wird am Anfang ja gerne eine alte Frau tot aufgefunden und dass das für ihn so eine Art Mutterfigur war. Und er hat halt in dieser Zeitlinie auch Dio umgebracht und hatte die Möglichkeit, seinen Anzug abzulegen. Und das Interessante war, man konnte ihm dann halt im Moment des Todes quasi also am Ende sind wieder die meisten gestorben, zumindest bis auf Fei, die konnte gerettet werden. Aber man konnte ihm dann die Maske abnehmen und hat gesehen, er hat das gleiche Gesicht wie Sigma. Und da ist die Frage, wie kann das jetzt sein? Aber gut, das wird sich vielleicht noch erklären, aber Theorien sind auch immer gerne gesehen. Jedenfalls gibt es ein paar sehr absurde und sehr seltsame Dinge. You did it! So. Zack. Die Files schaue ich mir, wie gesagt, erst an, wenn wir das Spiel durch haben, weil ansonsten spoilern die einen so ein bisschen. Ich meine, das andere war so. Haha, ich habe echt gutes Gedächtnis heute. Ha, it opened. Ach ja, und uns hat unter anderem auch Kay etwas verraten, nämlich, wie soll man sagen, ein Passwort, um an einer gewissen Stelle weiterzukommen. Es fehlt nur noch die ID. Awesome, the suspense was killing me. Jetzt gucken wir doch mal, was wir haben. Okay, what have we got here? First is... Jetzt zieht natürlich die Karte von ganz unten zuerst raus. Super. A map. It says floor B. The one I found in the infirmary said floor A. So did the one from the lounge. Then that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. These are the key cards. Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. Then these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. Looks like they gave us two, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool. Sure, fine. Next up, we've got a notebook. Anything interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, ich glaube, wenn man den Begriff Brazilian hört, denkt man an was anderes. What else have we got here? Looks like two more things. Isn't that medicine? What's it say on the label? X-Lever? X-Lever? Wait, didn't Luna say something about, Excelavir? You're right! This is it! This is Excelavir! It's the cure for Radical 6! Jetzt, ob ich danach auch den dritten Teil spiele, aber sowas von. Natürlich. Whoa, hold on. Let me see that. Later. We need to get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, we need to get this stuff to Quark. First, we've got to get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it, right? We found this key in the safe. Yeah. Exit. Yeah, let's go. Exit war, glaube ich, hier, oder? Ja. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. Just get it over with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Hmm?
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Jetzt spiele ich das am PC. Yep. Also ich habe nur die Möglichkeit, an einem PC was gerade aufzunehmen, weil ich habe zwar zum Beispiel auch eine Switch oder sowas, aber ich hätte jetzt zum Beispiel nicht die Geräte, auf denen also sowohl der erste als auch der zweite Teil ursprünglich rausgekommen wären. Der erste Teil ist halt für den Nintendo DS rausgekommen. Da habe ich zwar einen, aber der ist, naja, wie man in meiner Heimatstadt oder in meiner Heimatgegend so schön sagt, kaputt. So, von daher, ich spiele die Spiele auf dem PC.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course. This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You want idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Was ist mit Dio los? Der ist auf einmal besorgt um andere? He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelavir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. Excelavir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I curled my hands into fist. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
That's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick Ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works.
Ich muss gestehen, ich beneide ein bisschen Liam O'Brien, dass er diesen Charakter sprechen durfte, weil auch wenn Dio ein Arsch ist, ich würde gerne mal so einen Charakter irgendwo sprechen.
But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose Ally and he chooses Betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1 and that means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Ach ja. Wieder diese schönen Sequenzen, in denen man nichts überspringen kann, weil immer gezeigt wird, welchen Pfad man nimmt und immer irgendwelche Türen und Aufzüge gezeigt werden müssen. Aber ja, das ist eine sehr beschissene Situation, könnte man meinen. Die Frage ist natürlich, jetzt sind auch keine gleichzeitigen Zuschauer mehr da. Okay, gut. Im Zweifel muss ich dann auswürfeln, wie ich gleich antworte. Also in der Abstimmung mich verhalte.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back, as was Phi. And of course Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelavir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So, how did it go with you? Find anything interesting? Phi only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelavir hidden somewhere in there.
Ugh, what a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Oh ja, Dio ist echt... Ugh. Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 to the radical root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient only feels that only 1.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or, well, radical root? Nee. Doch, ich meine, es heißt radical root. Radical root of 6 seconds have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have yet been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times their swarms are so thick that when one passes it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the The part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Axelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
Das ist ein sehr guter Punkt. Und da würde mich auch interessieren, was da Leute denken, die das Ganze hier zuschauen oder im VOD sehen, weil das ist gerade eine wichtige Sache. Wenn es hieß, ja, so 10 bis 20 Jahre braucht man für die Entwicklung. Und das heißt, dieser Ausbruch, der ist ja schon quasi eine Weile her. Wie viel Zeit ist seit der Entführung vergangen?
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
Then maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
Ja, zumindest 3 Leute waren ja im Kälteschlaf. Aber was ist mit dem Rest? Und wer waren die 3 Leute? And then, once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but... we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
I've changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And with that... she was gone. Man... I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Fi and I talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine. And Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. Tolles Wort. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Axelavir. Fortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was then, what to do. Eine Sache muss ich kurz mal nachschauen. Oh, eine Sache sehen wir hier übrigens, das wollte ich nämlich vorher schon mal überprüfen. Wir sehen plötzlich, hey, es gibt nicht genug antivirale Medikation oder antivirale Medikamente. Wir haben tatsächlich schon eine Information gefunden, wie wir es verbessern können, weil wir haben eine Information, die wir nicht in dieser Zeitlinie haben, aber in einer anderen. Und in Kombination ergibt das die Information, die wir hier brauchen. Was ich sehr interessant finde. Kleiner Tipp, hat mit einer gewissen Maschine zu tun. The question was then what to do. Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I'd considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Excelsior from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose Ally no matter what, but a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes Ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Darf ich daran erinnern, dass Kay in einer Zeitlinie Dio, in 2 Zeitlinien sogar Dio umbringt? Gut, bei einer bringen sie sich gegenseitig um, aber trotzdem.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well,
Der sieht gerade in einer beschissenen Situation.
I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly toward the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the 3rd room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the 2nd room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. All right, Clover, time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. Dann geht jetzt wohl der übliche Dialog
What are you
los.
gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses Ally and we choose Betray, then you would have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelsior, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. I guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Und da gerade niemand im Chat aktiv ist, werde ich jetzt wieder würfeln. 1 bis 3 und wir nehmen Ally. 4 bis 6, wir nehmen Betray. Wir nehmen Ally. Wie versprochen. Ich hatte eine 1. Vote has been recorded.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Okay, das mit Kay war mal sehr klar. Und das mit Dio auch.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparol. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise. God damn it. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back? Don't act like it's yours. Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Accelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now, you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Accelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Accelavir. It was the real thing. Clover. Take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the Soparil, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Sopal was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I whacked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Und hier wäre normalerweise ein Schloss. Wo wir aber schon die Antwort haben, wenn ich mich recht erinnere. Nee, haben wir noch nicht. Oh, wir haben dann noch nicht die Antwort. To be continued. Ah, nee, dann brauchen wir, glaube ich, das Sigma-Ende vorher. Dann müssen wir nämlich hier erstmal weiterkommen. An der Stelle. Aber ich denke, ich zeige noch kurz das Ende, das wir bekommen hätten, wenn wir an diese... Also wir haben hier durchaus eine Information bekommen. Und interessanterweise haben wir auch eine Information, jetzt hier weiterzukommen. Beweis, dass es kein Mord war. Den haben wir nämlich jetzt durch das Gespräch mit Pi bekommen. Das hatten wir eben auch noch nicht. Und wir haben jetzt hier auch, wie man dafür sorgen kann, dass es genug Medikamente gibt. Aber zuallererst wählen wir jetzt hier mal Betray und schauen, was passiert. Einfach, dass ich dieses Ende auch mal zeige. Wird relativ zügig dann gehen. Betray. Dio wird wahrscheinlich nicht sehr zufrieden damit sein. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah. Alice fehlt aus irgendeinem Grund. Und Kay hat 9 Punkte.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose Betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma? What are you talking about?
We found the Excelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No! Don't! I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen Ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
Good. I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! Ah! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward, only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Phi.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for...
Look at the number 9 door.
K. K was indeed standing in front of the door. What? What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly we were all running toward K and the number 9 door. K, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious, but if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at K, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Jo. Das ist ein schlechtes Ende. Um genau zu sein, ist das, wenn ich mich recht erinnere, das schlechte Quark-Ende. Hier schaut ihr Quark Game Over. Hier zum Beispiel haben wir dann Tenmyoji Game Over. Also das ist ja alles immer... Jede der 9 möglichen Routen ab der zweiten Runde gibt ja quasi einen Namen, der dann definiert wird. Bei mir sind zum Beispiel Phi. Hier, das müsste Sigma sein. Genau, also Sigma hat auch ein eigenes Ende. Das hier ist dann, glaube ich, die Alice-Route, oder? Müsste. Also man geht am Anfang ja auch mit Alice durch die Tür. Clover. Das hier war dann Quark. Hier haben wir dann Tenmyoji, Dio, Kay und Luna. Wobei bei einigen steht zum Beispiel Game Over 1. Weil das heißt, oh, da kommt noch was. Jetzt zum Beispiel müsste das auch dann das... Ne, Sigma Game Over ist einfach nur Game Over. My Game Over ist auch nur normales Game Over, aber Luna zum Beispiel ist ein Game Over 1. Und Tenmyoji hat auch ein Game Over 1. Das heißt, da kommt noch einiges hinter. Mal schauen, wo wir beim nächsten Mal weitermachen. Also entweder machen wir bei der Tenmyoji-Strecke weiter oder bei der Alice-Strecke. Was wir da wie machen, das werden wir dann sehen. Ich hoffe jedenfalls, dass die es im VOD sehen, Spaß haben. Lasst gerne ein Däumchen da, wenn das so ist. Und ansonsten, ja, schauen wir beim nächsten Mal wieder rein. Bis dahin. Schauen, ob ich morgen streame oder übermorgen oder sowas. Mal gucken. Je nachdem, wie ich gerade lustig bin. Bis dahin. Cheerio!